Good morning. Welcome to a morning in my life. This is just a real morning, nothing perfect, especially in this season of having a newborn. This morning I'm up at 5:45 a.m., which is pretty typical for me right now. I'd love to be getting up at like 5, which I used to do. So I have a few hours before our kids are getting up, but with nighttime feedings, that's just not always doable in getting enough sleep. It's kind of a dance for me between getting enough sleep and also taking time in the morning where I'm not like rushing around, but checking in with myself, where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and really filling up my cup before I can pour into my family. So I start my morning with a quiet time or some devotions. I've got my coffee with my collagen and my MCT oil, and now I'm taking time to just meet with the Lord. This can look different for everyone, but generally involves reading my Bible, praying, journaling, praying with my husband who was in a meeting this morning. And this is definitely the most important part of my day. Generally, if I'm able to get this time in the morning, it doesn't matter how the rest of my day goes. I feel like I can manage. Usually my littlest is waking up somewhere around 7 a.m., but this can really vary day to day. So she'll just kind of join me for reading while I nurse her. I think that the most important thing for me in this season is just not expecting perfection and allowing for interruptions. And when something happens like out of routine or rhythm, which often will, I've kind of learned to just roll with it and just like I said, not expect perfection. She just threw up all over me. Probably more like a spit. She has a lot of mucus going on right now, so it keeps like getting caught in her throat, and so she just spit up all the milkies. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get dressed anyway. We usually do a workout first thing in the morning. My husband's on a meeting right now and he finishes really soon, and then we'll go get a little workout in quick before breakfast. So I'll get some workout clothes on, and sometimes, to be honest, this is the only time of the day that I actually get dressed. I probably wouldn't. A lot of the times I end up staying in comfy clothes if we aren't doing a workout, but that's why I also like to get a workout in the morning, because I actually get dressed. I'm gonna grab some workout gear and get ready for our day.
Don't know who you're gonna meet.
We're usually starting our workout around 8 a.m. Moving my body first thing in the morning is so helpful for me to wake up. It gets our blood pumping, we get outside, get some sunlight first thing in the morning. The girls are usually playing around us, or they're riding their bikes, or even sometimes they'll, do a little workout with us. But I think it's so helpful to teach them that taking care of our bodies is just a natural rhythm of life, and it feels good, it's fun, rather than it just always being a chore. Ideally, Haven is asleep during our workouts, but more often than not, we are just taking turns holding her between our sets. So by 9 a.m. we're starting breakfast. Some days we're on time and able to make a big full breakfast like I did this day. And then other days we're running late for something and I kind of just have to throw something quick together to eat. But either way, I really try to focus on filling everyone's belly with lots of protein and fats, and that's really going to sustain their blood sugar throughout the day, which is why I like to keep things like hard-boiled eggs, avocado. I do homemade granola with lots of nuts and seeds. We'll even do oatmeal sometimes with almond butter and protein powder. So this was a little bit of a slower morning for us that I was able to cook up a nice big breakfast. Okay, so we are actually getting dressed today. We had a Zoom meeting this morning, so I needed to look a little bit more presentable. So this morning I actually put on makeup, which is not typically part of my routine, but I do love taking care of my skin and treating it with some products, which is what I'm doing here with a little bit of witch hazel that I add some lavender essential oil to, and then also just some moisturizer. I usually wear makeup maybe twice a week, and I genuinely just don't like how it feels on my face. Usually mascara is enough for me, and I think that just wearing mascara can make a pretty big difference in how you look or just looking more presentable. So getting dressed is not something that I really enjoy doing, but I know that if I don't, then I'll just kind of hang out in my sweats all day, which I would love to do, but this is kind of, one of those things that really makes a big difference in my day if I do it. So after this, whatever happens just kind of happens. My goal for the day is to kind of tidy up the kitchen after breakfast, get the dishwasher emptied, and then to start a load of laundry. If I have time after this, then I will get to some work. But if my kids need me, or if something else kind of pulls my attention, then I will push my work to the second half of the day. And sometimes I don't even get to it at that point. So this is my one load of laundry for the day. And then I'm moving on to a little snack. So our morning turned out to be busier than I had originally expected, but that's the season of life that we're in, is kind of just rolling with the punches and not having such strict expectations for my day, I guess. Having some morning time before my kids get up to really fill my cup up is probably the most important thing for me in being able to be a good mom and do the things that God is calling me to do in my day. Just learning to be more flexible and accepting the season of life that we're in. So every day can kind of look differently, and just anticipating interruptions, which is kind of what happened. We ended up having a meeting that had some unexpected things come up that we were not really mentally prepared for, I guess. So yeah, I feel like it just kind of threw me off for the morning. Yeah, anyway, so those things are really big for me to set my day. Even working out is also kind of on the top of my list for my mental space, like the clarity, more clarity of mind and more energy. Whereas like if I don't get my laundry done for the day, or I found that my dishwasher didn't run last night, which in the past would have thrown me for a loop, if I'm being honest, because just since having kids, I find myself to be more tied to wanting to have a schedule and being not as flexible, I guess. But it's something that I'm really trying to work on. So anyway, that is a very realistic picture of our morning. Not a perfect morning. It is what it is, and we're gonna have a good day.